Okay, Potter's Journal. It is February 3rd, 2022. It is time for a studio escape. Okay, let's see what's going on outside the studio today. And here is the thing. Winter only comes once a year, so you gotta enjoy it while it lasts. And on top of that, it is Groundhog Day today, my favorite holiday of the year. We are going in search of a groundhog. We're gonna get a top line local forecast. Hopefully 6 more weeks of winter. There will be. It's gonna be an adventure. Do you wanna go? Do you wanna go? Let's go! And there used to be groundhogs in the garden, but Ralph's been here for 10, 11 years now. We haven't seen a groundhog here for a long time. So first we will go out into the nursery fields, and if not there, we will head back to the back of the farm and the woodlot. If not there, we will head into Raccoon Creek State Park. And here, where the rows of Christmas trees are, Ralph patrols this pretty good day and night. So I don't even think we'll stop and look here. We will just head out into the second field. Okay, and no groundhogs in the first field, but back here, this is more wild, where it used to be trees, but now it's grown up. There's a brush pile here. This could be a good place. But even this looks quiet. Ralph has cleaned out everything. We might have to head back into the backwoods, past where we've grown trees, past where it's deep woods, and see what we can find there. Okay, Ralph, watch. And look at that, lots of signs of the deer. They bedded down here. And then we're eating up on my greens orchard. These are what grown up old stumps that I make the wreaths from. Better get Ralph to work on the deer too. He does a good job though. And this is where we leave. Okay, the part of the farm that's under cultivation with Christmas trees and nursery stock. Back in the woods here, the trails. This used to be open field when I was a kid, but grown up, this is where maybe we'll have a better chance of finding a groundhog. As you see, the ski trails go off in every direction. And it is a beautiful sunny day. He's got to see his shadow today. Oh, because there's nothing better than 6 more weeks of winter with the farm sleeping quietly. Okay, and this is where I'll catch up with Ralph again. He likes to check out all the stumps, the hollow stumps, and the hollow trees. And okay, this may be my sport. I can do this with one hand, holes in one hand and the camera in the other. Okay, watch, watch, watch! And here is the very back part of the field. I'm trying to get those that I'm guiding not to go down there into the park. We are going to cut across this way, and this is where, okay, we enter into the woods and beyond the trails, since we haven't come across a groundhog yet. In the summer, these are all wild blueberries, so they're probably here in the summer, because I don't think Ralph gets back this far that often, but he may. It might be hard to find a groundhog anymore now that he's been around 11 years on duty here. And he's off somewhere with his friend. His buddy Tex is here. Crazy old Tex. So my farm's small and narrow. We are now skirting the property line. We may do some poached runs on the neighbor's place. It's a big farm. They don't see this side of it too much, so they'll never know. Oh, but Jim watches my videos on occasion. Okay, Jim, let me know if you saw this, or maybe you spotted us on deer cam. You know, I spotted somebody on my deer cam. They actually got a deer right under my deer cam. So I'll have to show you that picture, see if you know who it is. And here's where we're skirting the neighbor's property line. Take a look down into the ravine here where they used to mine shale to make a farm road. Sometimes Ralph likes to explore down in there. And that could be a good place for a groundhog. There's some old metal trash there that he may have dug under. So maybe we'll go down in here and take a look. Okay, so in a sense, that is a big groundhog hole. Okay, so nothing in here today. We'll keep going further out into the woods. Oh, did I say nothing in there? Ralph is, oh, did I say nothing in there? Ralph is taking a better look. He knows. He knows where the groundhogs hide. Okay, but it looks like we're headed away from the big ditch. And I didn't think my neighbors got up here, but there is a new hole in what I always knew as a terrain park. Now, this was built for motorbikes, but we've been back here with the skis, and it works pretty good for them too. But today, we are gonna go past them through what used to be a bit of an open field. We are looking for that groundhog, even if we have to make it to Raccoon Park. Okay, and here's a part that used to be an old open field with the blue stem grass, a wild prairie grass. Okay, this is stuff been caught in the right light in the winter. Can be orange, despite its name, blue stem grass. That's in the spring. Another piece of terrain for us to ride. And back there, it looks like we have what's a half pipe. If only we had the snowboard with us, we might not get back there. We're going to continue up where I can see maybe a trail through the woods, even if we have to go as far as that ridge and look down into Raccoon Creek State Park. And I can tell now, this is the ridge where we can see down into the park, so there's not too much further to go. If we don't see anything, this might be the end. We might have to turn around and check the TV and see what the forecast is in Punxsutawney. It's really not too far off of our local predictions. And there's an upturned stump, and there is Ralph. He knows where to look for them. If there's a groundhog, that is where it will be. Yeah, he knows where to look. Now, if we don't find anything there, down here is Raccoon Creek State Park. There's probably plenty of ice fishermen down there. We are not going down that hill. It's too much to climb out of. If we were going to do that, we would have parked a car down there and then went out to East Liverpool on Zata's for lunch and maybe visited the ceramic museum there. If we do, don't get too excited. It's an industrial museum, but so much of it is the same as we do in our studios. Okay, from here, we may be heading back to see what's going on in the studio today. And this is in Raccoon Park now. There's a lot of downed trees. Could be a groundhog found a burrow somewhere under there. If not, maybe we will see some birds. Looks like there was a pileated woodpecker here. Groundhogs! Where are the groundhogs? This way, Ralph. Groundhogs! Remember that day you got one? I think we're still in Raccoon State Park. There are some evergreen pines up there, and here, the native holly, Ilex opaca. Now this was not known in the woods here, and judging by the size of it, my family planted one in the 70s, and they're now plentiful in the woods around me, so we may have reintroduced the native holly to Raccoon State Park. I'll have to catch up with the park ranger at the Wildflower Reserve, though, and see how native they are to this part of the state. Hey, Ralph, look in here. Look in there. Is there anything in the bear tree today? Okay, we are now back on home turf. This is the back end of the farm. So Ralph actually took a break, laid down and cleaned his paws out. So one more look at the home farm, and if not, I don't know what we'll eat tonight. And with a phone, I can guide other skiers down an alternate trail, but it does get scary when they disappear. Okay, here they come back now. And here we go. Now we're back into the middle part of the farm, and we caught up with some of the other skiers that aren't going quite as far on their groundhog hunt. And here's where all the deer have been. Ralph is checking that out. And who else is coming in? It is the Weaver again. She did a pretty good run today. The other one who I think we caught on film in the group today was my sister. You saw both of them do the girls' first kiln opening. Okay, that was it. No groundhog. The great winter 2022 studio escape. We didn't find him, but unlike that one to the Florida Springs, we didn't have to drive a day and a half. Okay, hopefully 6 more weeks of winter. And since Ralph cleaned them all out, I will have to make do with beef. But because he cleaned out all the groundhogs, there are green beans and carrots from the garden. And how will I reward him? It is venison. And if you look really deep into history, there is something about taking the tree down on Groundhog Day. But since it is so fresh, I just can't bring myself to do it. So stop back and see if it's still up here next year.